All right, guys, another 90s NBA recap. Hope you guys aren't sick of these yet. This is for 95 96 Topps Gallery. Great looking base. Love the photography on these. But one thing I'll say about the base checklist is found a lot of guys like this, like mediocre players, bench players. They were good players too, but just wasn't expecting to see as many of these types of guys because this was kind of a premium product back in the day. It was the debut of Topps Gallery. And also another thing was not a lot of inserts, which some products were like that back then. Not every product was like overloaded with inserts, but was hoping for a few more than what I got. But still got some pretty cool stuff, so let's start looking through some of these. Actually, let me clear those guys off the background. So here's some more of the base. Again, I think the focus on the design of these was the photography. A lot of up close shots, no borders on the front. Decent looking back, making kind of a weird face there. So I'll show a decent amount of these base cards. Got Latrell Sprewell. Nick Anderson had some good seasons in the 90s. Really benefited from playing with Shaq. Muggsy Bogues, who I think was the shortest player ever, or at least one of the shortest. They got him listed at 5'3" there, which I think they might actually be giving him a few inches there. Mark Price with the Bullets. That's part of the fun of looking through some of these older NBA cards. You see players with teams you don't even remember them playing with. Here you got Bimbo Coles. I think his first name was like Vern or Vernon Coles. Not sure why you would nickname an NBA player Bimbo. Here's a really nice Horace Grant. Again, some of these got some really cool photography. Not sure if you can pick it up on camera there, but got some shine on the name right there. Got Gary Payton, aka The Glove. Shout out to Jeff Airtime Cards. He told me The Glove was one of his favorite nicknames back then. You got Ronnie Cycli, just like that one because he's battling with Karl Malone right there. Chris Mullin, really great shooter out of Brooklyn, New York. Went to St. John's. Clyde the Glide. There you got John Sally with the Raptors with that old dinosaur uniform. Up close shot of Cedric Ceballos. So you see some of the same names you've seen on some of these other recaps I've done. Obviously a lot of these guys were popular back then. You got Anthony Mason battling in the paint. Love those shots of those old school power forwards in the paint. Here's a guy that loves battling in the paint, Dennis Rodman. Stretching right there. Here's that dinosaur uniform again, Oliver Miller. He was in the NBA for a while, but he was always having weight issues. You got Tim Hardaway D'ing up on somebody. Del Curry, who had a nice career, but now he's most known for being the father of Stephen Curry. But you can be known for worse things than that, I guess. Here's Calbert Cheaney. Shout out to Zombie Collector. Mentioned Calbert Cheaney a few times out of Indiana University. I like the front of that one. Got Grant Hill guarding him there. Tyrone Hill. Just another decent shot there, just shooting a free throw. Kind of like the simplistic look of these. Derek Coleman. That's when he was with the Sixers. Former big-time player with the Nets. You got Popeye Jones. He was a handsome fella. Stacey Augmon, aka the Plastic Man. I'll show a bit more base. You got Jim Jackson. Really solid player for a long time. Only got a few Knicks in here, but there's one. Derek Harper. There's that old Cavs uniform again, Bobby Phills. Passed away in a car accident. Clarence Weatherspoon. He was all over the 90s NBA cards. Sean Elliott. And we'll finish the base off on this one. Steve Smith. And there were also these parallels to the base. They were not numbered, but I think they were tough to get. I only got 2 of them in the entire box. So the only difference was this foil stamp right there. Unfortunately, I got Scott Williams on that one. The other one was a little bit better. It's a Michael Finley rookie player's private issue. He was a really good player for a long time, so happy about that one. Here are some of the other rookies I got. Now, for most of the rookies, they went with this type of shot, kind of a studio photograph type thing. So there's Joe Smith. He was a #1 overall pick that year. This was a decent rookie class. Got 3 of Jerry Stackhouse. Damon Stoudemire, who ended up being the rookie of the year that year. I remember when they drafted him, Isaiah Thomas was running the Raptors back then, and a lot of people kind of thought that was a bad draft pick, and he ended up winning rookie of the year. That's one thing I'll say about Isaiah Thomas. He definitely had his faults as a GM, but he always would find talent in the draft no matter what spot he was drafting at. Got a couple more Stoudemires. Antonio McDicey was a really good player for a while. So some decent names in this class. Got Rasheed Wallace, another really great player for a while. Kurt Thomas, who struggled a bit his first few years, but really found himself here with the Knicks. You got Brent Barry, styling right there. Former dunk champion. Bryant Big Country Reeves. He had a couple good scoring seasons, but then kind of faded away with the Grizzlies. So like I said, most of the rookies were done in that way, but there are a few of them here in in-game action. Got Arvydas Sabonis, who was an older rookie that year. I think he was like mid-30s, because he spent most of his career in Europe, then came over that season. There you got another rookie from that year guarding him there, Kevin Garnett. And speaking of KG, got 3 of his rookies. So again, he didn't get that kind of studio type of shot. He got the in-game shot for his rookies. Here are some of the subset cards I got. These are pretty nice. Jason Kidd. They're called the Modernists. Got a ton of those. I'll just show a few of them. Got Terrell Brandon. Really good point guard. True point guard. Kind of a pass first type of point guard. You got Juwan Howard. Shout out to Impact player. Donyell Marshall, who I don't remember much with the Warriors. And a Penny Hardaway. Now these subset cards I like even better. These are probably my favorite looking cards in the entire set. The Masters. Got Grant Hill there. Magic Johnson, that was the year he briefly made a comeback. Jamal Mashburn. Got a bunch of these too. I'll go through a few of them. Larry Johnson. Mutombo. Really nice Patrick Ewing that I did not have. Also did not have this one. Michael Jordan. That's the only Jordan card I got in the entire box. Got Shaq. Has kind of like a weird sideburn thing going there. Mitch Richmond. So this subset here had a lot of the big names. Reggie Miller. Alonzo. David Robinson. Karl Malone. Shawn Kemp. And Chris Webber. Last 2 cards, a couple of inserts, and the Hakeem Olajuwon streak continues. Got him on this photo gallery insert set. And these were pretty tough. I checked the back of the wrapper. Said these were 1 every 30 packs. So you weren't even guaranteed one of these in the box, because the box had 24 packs. But really like that insert. Would like to see who else is in that insert set. And last one is Another Houston Rockets insert. Clyde Drexler, the Expressionist. I think these were 1 per box. So pretty cool looking insert. But again, would have liked some more inserts in that box. But overall, kind of a fun break. If you can find it at the right price. I see people pricing it way too high on eBay, like in the $70 range. I would say at that price range, do not pick it up. If you can find it around 40 to 50, I'd say that's more fair. But as always, thanks for taking a look at these with me. And I'll talk to you guys again next time.